Inter and Liverpool. Obviously, from Inter's perspective, you don't really want to face
No.
Liverpool. I was wondering about this, and they don't. I don't think Inter necessarily on paper match up that badly against this Liverpool side. When we consider it's going to be late February, Liverpool will have Mane and Salah back from the Africa Cup of Nations. We don't know how much that will have taken out of them.
Yeah.
Inter are comfortable that they do attack in numbers, but they also like to keep that low block, which can be a little bit stifling sometimes. Could have been far worse for Inter, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure far worse is the right word, Gav. I think okay, yeah, maybe it could have been a Bayern or City, but I think
in terms of matchups.
Yeah, in terms of matchups, okay, I hear you. I agree with you in the sense that this is an Inter team, by the way, that you can't underestimate if you're a Liverpool fan and you haven't watched much of Serie A this season and much of Inter. Don't underestimate them because they gave a good go to Real Madrid, even if they lost to the Bernabeu, for example. They're obviously amazing in the league, but you're right. The versatility, which one they can play with the ball and keep possession alone. And remember the goal that we saw against Roma, it was, I think, when they had the ball for like 20 passes or something before Dzeko scored. They can hit you on the counter because without Lautaro Martinez and the wing backs, he can go very quickly, very, very vertical, and they're good defensively too. So it's not a given for Liverpool, although they're favorite, of course.
Yeah,
I think question. Of all the games that we have, I think this is one of the most fascinating.
Yeah, no question. I agree with you. I throw into, I think, into real threat on set pieces as well. There's something. This is physically a very big team at the back, and look, depending how things play out, it can work to their favor. I think just stuff that Klopp will need to be aware of. Atletico Madrid against Manchester United. How about contrast in styles? Diego Simeone against Ralph Rangnick. Cristiano Ronaldo returns to Madrid. He's had success against Atletico Madrid in the past. It's weird, Jules, because if this game were to be played right now, I might actually lean towards United as favorites. 2 months from now, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know much either. I mean, if you look at the numbers, and again, Rangnick had one game in the Champions League. The others were all in the Solskjaer. But United are the team that runs the less, presses the less. I mean, they're all at the bottom of a lot.
It's all going to change, though.
Yeah, and I think we have to expect that that will change. And Rangnick, especially in 2 months' time, again, is all that time that he will have to take this team to the next step, or certainly more in the direction that he wants that team to play. And you would expect United to be a very, very different team with more intensity, more press, more running, all of that in the 4-2-2 formation. I think that has enough to trouble Atleti, who we've explained on the show, we're not really convinced with, we're still not really clicking with the ball, not as good defensively than previous Simeone's team, for example. But they will be dangerous with all the attacking power that they have if they get it right. I think this is a really good one on paper. I think this is quite exciting.
Yeah, and two goalkeepers in Oblak and De Gea, who of course comes from Atletico Madrid, although obviously he's been United a long time, who on their day can turn into shutdown goalkeepers. Chelsea against Lille. Funny enough, exact same draw when they had the draw they had to do over. You said, there must be a 1 in a million chance. Well, I think there was a 1 in 4 chance that this would come out. Then twice makes a 1 in 16 chance. So, okay, fair enough. Good draw for your boy Thomas Tuchel, right? If you're Lille, you're saying, hey, we beat the stuffing out of Tuchel last year. We got Tuchel fired from his job at Paris Saint-Germain. We can do it again, right? That's what you got to tell yourself.
Yeah, of course they have to, even if they have a different manager. Lille now, and Galtier has gone, and Gourvenec has arrived and has done really well.
Different owner
in Europe to top their group in the Champions League. There's so many nice little stories within the story of the game. Of course, the fact that Tuchel and Thiago Silva and N'Golo Kanté we come back to France. Even Romelu Lukaku won't be too far from home, which I guess is always good. But on paper,
I love this notion. I love these stories. That's right. If I can just digress, these stories we in the media create. Romelu Lukaku won't be too far from home. Yeah,
it's on the border. It's on the border with Belgium.
I know where it is on the map.
Belgium.
He left home like 10 years ago. But yes, Romelu Lukaku will be able to smell Belgium.
For Lukaku's mom, it's much closer to go to than if he had drawn, I don't know, like Benfica or go to Portugal or something.
This is true.
But I mean, I think Lille are a great draw for Chelsea, of course, of all the teams they could face. And for Lille, like Gourvenec was saying on French television, this is all amazing. It will be an amazing night for their fans, if fans are allowed in February in stadiums. It'll be a great away trip for the fans as well. Lille are not going to win this Champions League. I can tell you that right now. So they knew that even with a good draw and maybe make it to the quarterfinals, then the big boys, they will face the big boys and most likely than not lose. So have the party now, give your best. You've got nothing to lose. You're complete underdogs and see what happens. I think Lille are the second team to win the most duels in the Champions League so far, the most challenges in this season. So they will give Chelsea, I think, a good run for their money, and they'll be hard to break down and hard to beat. But Chelsea are a huge favorite and should go through. But it'll be a special night in Lille for sure.
FC Sporting taking on Manchester City. We've praised Sporting. We've praised their approach.
Yeah.
This would really be extraordinary. No Kyle Walker, of course, for Man City, for one of the most boneheaded things we've seen in the Champions League this year. Obviously, City heavy favorites, and Guardiola's not going to complain about this draw, right?
No, I don't think so. And even if Sporting, as we said, very entertaining, play with a lot of intensity, a lot of runnings. Ruben Amorim doing a great job there, and we love them. But I think this is a step too high for them. Good for Bernardo Silva and Ruben Dias to go, and Joao Cancelo to go back to Portugal. Some obviously played for Benfica, the arch rivals. But I think, again, nice little stories within the story of the game. But other than that, I don't see how Sporting will score. I can tell you that, I think. But they will also concede a lot more than they will score. So it will be a fun game to watch, 100%. But I think that City, you're right, will be very happy with this draw.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.